Discipline UNLEI. IEISIOWERDL. MINATE your mind. CONQUNQE are your day. Because weakness is the grave of the undisciplined, chaos the chain of the unfocused, and triumph belongs to those who harness their will with unrelenting force. You're not here to let your mind wander in defeat, to let the day bury your potential. You're here to rise, to dominate your mind with discipline, to conquer every hour with unshakable power. Picture a boy named Douglas MacArthur, born in 1880 in Little Rock, Arkansas, where grit shaped his relentless youth. His hands hardened by military drills, his spirit ablaze, no obstacle could douse. At 30, he faced obscurity in the army, his ambitions mocked. Yet his resolve burned with a fire that refused to flicker. That fire propelled him to lead in the Pacific in 1942, redefine leadership. Your discipline is your sword. Will you wield it, or let it dull in idleness? Feel that sword ignite within you. MacArthur's path isn't a distant echo. It's a war cry shattering your lethargy. Your mind is the first battlefield where power is forged, and right now you're letting it fracture. You're drowning in distraction, the soul minus crushing habits that drain your will. The indecision that chokes your drive, the failures that sneer your loss silence them. Your mindset is that your prison is your empire, and you've let it erode under the siege of chaos. MacArthur didn't let early setbacks define him, he let them sharpen him. The Arkansas plains, the military rejections, the family pressures, they didn't break him, they honed him. Picture him at 20. In a muddy camp, his hands gripping a rifle, his father's voices turned command. Control your soul, Douglas, while his mind blazed, dreaming of command and glory. You're buried under the rubble of undisciplined days. Scrape it up, hammer it into steel, and reclaim your throne. Rise each morning with the discipline that devours weakness, the will that melts every barrier into molten strength. Command your thoughts with the fury of the tempest. Turn every scar into a badge of war. And let your mindset be the crucible where your power ignites. You're not a slave to chaos, you're its conqueror, a titan destined to dominate your day. Steel hardens with belief, the unshakable force that turns dreams into empires. MacArthur believed in a future where his strategy shaped nations, where an Arkansas soldier could command history. At 30, overlooked by generals. He believed in his vision, studying relentlessly, the flicker of a map his guide, his hands plotting every move. That belief drove him to the Philippines in 1941, his nights a whirlwind of effort, his faith a wildfire, to 1951. He believed in his legacy, leading boldly, his conviction a thunderclap. The world scoffed, called him a brash upstart, a dreamer with no depth, but MacArthur's resolve burned fiercer. It propelled him to a legend, his legacy a beacon. Your letting disbelief erode you, now questioning your strength, fearing your dreams are too vast. Drifting in undisciplined days shatter that rust. Belief isn't a timid hope, it's a lightning strike that cleaves the earth, a certainty that pulls triumph to you like a tide. Believe you're a titan, or architect of destinies, a force of nature. And let that conviction roar through your veins, driving you with a momentum no distraction can halt. You're not here to waver, you're here to reign. Momentum sharpens with clarity, the piercing light that cuts through the haze of chaos. MacArthur didn't chase every fleeting battle, he focused on one vision. Mastering strategy and securing victory. After early military stumbles in the 1910 seconds, he saw the flaws scattered efforts would win wars. He honed his clarity, perfecting his plans, his mind a blade slicing through noise. Picture him in 1942, at Corregidor, the air thick with siege, his voice resolute. We fight to dominate, not yield. That clarity drove him to Tokyo in 1945, to a career that defied odds, his influence a tidal wave. Yuri lost in the storm now, scrolling endlessly, chasing others past, letting undisciplined tread your focus. Hold it. Define your aim with a precision that sets your spirit ablaze, a target so vivid you can feel its weight, taste its glory. Clarity isn't a gentle wish, it's your compass, your anchor in the tempest. MacArthur knew his course, do you? Set it now, and let it guide you like a beacon piercing the blackest night. You're not here to direct, you're here to rule. Beacons ignite vision, the blazing horizon that turns ambition into legacy. MacArthur saw a future where his leadership rebuilt nations, where an Arkansas boy could shape history. A vision so vast it silenced the doubters. In 1918, after early struggles, he envisioned command, a dream mocked by peers who called him reckless. Picture him in 1942 at the Tongue, the jungle raging, his troops battered, the enemy near. Yet his vision held the Pacific a promise of triumph. That vision carried him through the 1952's exile, when disgrace loomed, through nights where he planned, the air thick with resolve. By 1964, his influence endured, the world his stage. You're stumbling in the demons of idle days. Lift your eyes. See your future ablaze with glory. Every peak you'll conquer. Every dream you'll seize. Every realm you'll govern, as if it's already yours. Vision isn't a fleeting escape. It's the blueprint of your rise. The canvas you paint with your soul's inferno. Visualize it, breathe it, live it, because what you see with unshakable clarity, you'll conquer with relentless power. You're not here to dream, you're here to create. Power pulses with purpose, the heartbeat that drives every titan. MacArthur's purpose was strength. It was to lead, to prove courage could prevail, to defend freedom. He saw his family as sacrifice, the Arkansas struggles, the global war, then he vowed to rise. That purpose fueled his 1903 Academy entry, driving him to the Philippines in 1941, battling despair. Picture him in 1945. At the surrender, the air choked with history, his voice steady. We stand for liberty, a mission that rallied armies. That purpose turned the war into a crucible of strength. Its echoes a testament. You're searching for meaning now, waiting for purpose to strike. Stop waiting. Unearth the flame in your core, the mission that sets your blood ablaze, the cause you'll defend when discipline wavers. Purpose isn't a riddle to solve, it's the inferno that powers your charge, the war cry that resounds with every step. Find it. Let it consume you, because a life without purpose is a flicker in the void, while yours is a blaze that will transform the world. You're not here to linger, you're here to ignite. Blazes demand discipline, the iron will that turns embers into empires. MacArthur didn't rise with ease, he rose with discipline, working 18-hour days, pushing his mind and body to the brink. At 30, in training, he disciplined himself to excel, his hands steady, his focus unyielding. In 1942 at Corregidor, he honed every strategy, his command a forge, sleep a rarity. Picture him in 1951 at his farewell. He asked sick with honor, his voice a decree, duty or nothing. The podium his anvil. You're tempted by weakness, now the morning's pull, the endless scroll, the path of least resistance. Shatter it. Rise each morning with a warrior's rage. Carve your destiny with every disciplined strike. Let it be the spine of your ascent. Discipline isn't a fetter, it's your rebellion. The crown you seize when chaos falls. Master it, because discipline is the foundation of every conqueror. And you were born to stand supreme. Foundations strike with action, the raw power that builds worlds from ashes. MacArthur didn't just envision, he acted. Training in 1903, leading in 1941, winning in 1945. You're frozen by indecision, now failure looming, judgment cutting. The unknown target. Break free, charge with the fury of a cyclone, every step a proclamation of your might. Every move a stone in your empire. Action isn't a hesitant scheme, it's the thunder that molds your reality. The hammer that forges your dominion. Strike now, because every moment you delay is a kingdom lost to idleness. You're not here to scheme, you're here to conquer. Thunder glows with gratitude, the light that turns wounds into weapons. MacArthur spoke of his trials with gratitude, not bitterness. The rejections taught him grit, the war losses deepened his resolve, the criticism fueled his fire. He thanked his troops, his nation. Picture him in 1964, at his end, his voice soft. To those who followed me, you're cursing your battles now, poverty that bites, heartbreak that stings, loss that lingers transform them. Every scar, every triumph, every breath, wear it as a warrior's medal, proof of your survival. Gratitude isn't frailty. It's the fire that turns your past into power, the lens that reveals the gold in your struggles. Embrace it, because the storms that forged you are the sparks that propel you higher. You're not here to begrudge. You're here to rise. Sparks bend with adaptability, the flow that turns obstacles into victories. When early commands failed in the 1922s, MacArthur adapted, mastering tactics. In 1941, amid war, he adapted, refining leadership. The world shifts beneath you now, jobs vanish, trends twist, life evolves, ride it. You read on a rock to shatter your ear river, carving new paths through stone. Adaptability isn't concession, it's your evolution, the skill that keeps you aloft. Flow, grow, because the future bows to those who adapt, and you were born to lead. You're not here to resist, you're here to reshape. Leadership thrives on resilience, the unbreakable core that turns pain into power. MacArthur faced rejection, war's toll, political storms, yet rose. Life will strike, betrayal will slice, failure will bruise, despair will claw, will you shatter. No, you'll rise, tempered stronger, but king crowned by struggle. Resilience isn't mere survival, it's your reign, the force that turns scars into scepters. Stand tall, because you were born to dominate your storms. You're not here to fall, you're here to rise. Brains sharpen with learning, the hunger that keeps your edge lethal. MacArthur didn't start as a general, he learned it, mastering strategy, studying warfare, growing through battles. He learns daily, pushing limits. You're resting on old wisdom. Ignite your thirst. Hunt knowledge like a predator. Every lesson a blade, every error a forge. Learning isn't a chore, it's your evolution, the fire that keeps you ahead. Seek it, because those who cease learning tumble first. You're not here to stagnate, you're here to ascend. Ascension burns with purpose, revisited, the flame that breaks every chain. MacArthur's purpose endured, guided him through crises. Hold fast, let it lead you. Purpose is your destiny lit. Flame forges resilience again, the steel that withstands every tempest. MacArthur rose through rejections, wars, each scar a victory. Rise, reign with resilience. Dreams demand learning, the hunger that builds your legacy. MacArthur's growth inspires. Resist, halting, grow. Learning crowns you soar. Wisdom strikes with resilience, the force that turns blows to triumphs. MacArthur's path proves resilience eternal. Conquer trials. Ruling pulses with learning, the edge that keeps you immortal. MacArthur's thirst lifted him. Grow, fly. Flight ignites with mind dominated, day conquered. MacArthur's journey lights the way. Uria's storm rise. Unleash power with discipline. Dominate your mind and conquer your day with a titan's mind. A visionary's belief. A king's clarity. A creator's vision. A warrior's purpose, a ruler's discipline, a builder's action, a survivor's gratitude, a river's adaptability, a colossus' resilience, an eternal hunger for learning. Seize your dominion. Flame, build, conquer. The world isn't ready rise now. Seize now. Blaze your path.